Got ourselves D. That's was about to call it D sweep. What is happening with me, man? My brain not working. We got E-Throater, Heldrock going back in. What's your name? Iller? I don't know. Barcode? I don't know. The 3? I don't know how to, what's your name? It's ILLR. Like, how am I supposed to make a nickname out of it? The Feral? I'm gonna call you the Feral. Gonna be a trinket, incarn, into full bleeds onto the Rogue, but the Rogue got plenty of damage of his own full Kingsbane, not dropping in a death mark in there at all, just trying to see if Dance and Kingsbane will be enough, and the Feral is absolutely melting. Got him some defensive stance or bear form stance rather. Bear form stance, just bear form with a Heart of the Wild. May not have enough of a heart. I think his heart might just go pop. Oh no. Once you drop into the 10 percentile health of you just not much you can do at that point. Once you have 10%, you're just having to wait and hope that the bleeds from a Rogue aren't enough to kill you. Gonna be a claw out of E-Throater, but Bad Bunny trying to see if he can switch off some slows of his own. Big mastery buff for E-Throater, trying to make some damage happen, forcing a cloak out of the Rogue really early. He just needs to get himself a decent angle in order to maybe get him back out in the open, but that's a vanish too, so that's a cloak and a vanish put together. For Throater, not an amazing spot. Trying to see if he can get himself potentially set up. Not sure if he wants to breathe randomly in just a random direction. For Bad Bunny, that's a full reset at the very least. Does end up using the death mark into the Feral. Is that what it was? Trinket immediately for Throater. Try to see if he can make a play with a sleep on the Bad Bunny. He doesn't have a trinket anymore. See if he can find a way to CC him. He's gonna fire him with a Eternity Surge. No cloak available. Blind right after as he does go for the step sweep. Trying to go for a kick, does get it going with a wall right now for Throater. Got him some mobility, looking to get Bad Bunny into bad position. Hold on, he's rewinding you in a second. Gets you super low, got you a perfect advantage here. I think Bad Bunny's just gone, right? He's just gone. Oh my goodness, I have not seen the time warp thing that evokers do, the bronze thing, the time lock. Is that what's it called? Time lock? I haven't seen that in so long, but for Throater, that is a trinket down, normal wall available for a while. Got him some Renewing Blaze coming up sometime soonish, and Linthania, take its sweet time, does give the evoker at least a chance to maybe get himself some kind of a setup. Is gonna go for a random, what is it called? What's the racials called? I know there's a tail swipe, and then there's the wing flap thing. I don't have a good name for it. That's not what it's actually called. Imagine if that was the actual like official name, the wing flap. As he got himself a full-on charge towards Throater. Wall is available, trying to go for sleep. No interrupt. I'm actually very surprised. Wait a second. Could you even interrupt him? I don't think you could interrupt him. I think the wall might have given him a cover. Knock up onto the Rogue as he's trying to stay on top of the evoker, but he's going to try to see if he can bail out of there with the claws. Looking to slow the Rogue down a little bit. For Throater, he's just looking for a bit of recovery. Not a lot of mana available, and about 30 seconds until a trinket is back up and running. For Linthania though, being an Outlaw Rogue, you're not really a bursty spec. I mean, you can do quite a bit of burst damage, but you're more of a sustained spec. You're not going to have like a big cooldown window. Trinket out Linthania, full mastery buff for Throater, trying to go for a bit of a fire breath, juked out a kick, trying to see if he can get some damage going, got himself the advantage to follow Linthania, trying to hold down that Cloak of Shadows for later, but still lots of damage out of the evoker with the Cloak of Shadows for the Rogue. Throater needs a way out of this situation, but with the Cloak of Shadows and nowhere to go, no more mobility left, he can only do so much with Death Swoop immediately charging around the corner for Linthania, who's just gonna pop evasion and try to see if he can tank this Demon Hunter's damage right to the face. Got himself a little bit of damage, a little bit of that reset on between the eyes. I-beam out for Death Swoop, got himself a full go. No second stun to follow up. Linthania does end up escaping into a re-stealth, but is dotted, is melting a little bit. A little cheap shot just to peel the Demon Hunter off him for just a second, trying to avoid the sigil of fire. And barely alive. Does he get out of there? Hold on, grapple? Is he out of stealth? Is he in stealth? Not dotted, but he does see ya. He does know exactly more or less where you were. Never mind, he doesn't. I was thinking that was going to be a spectral side kind of situation. But more or less, like, he's in a great spot right now. Death Swoop got a trinket. He's got plenty of defenses. Blur down, but it's not going to be down for too long. Does get this side of Linthania. For Linthania, he needs to get himself a proper setup, avoiding the Sigil of Fire. Deathsweep could just get around the pillar immediately before he can even get himself a proper opener. And Deathsweep able to get himself a full go. No trinket available. Does go for the big go. Linthania barely surviving, but as he's trying to run out of there, goes in, quick KO strike, taking him out with a big old annihilate. Imprison onto Vamp, who is going to go for a trinket hunt to follow as he going in for that sigil of fear. Deathsweep trying to see if he can mitigate some of the damage from Vamp, and it's going to hit him with a hunt of his own. Immediate immunity out of Vamp though, and Deathsweep, as long as he's able to trade damage for damage with a hunt, he should be able to maintain as much health as possible. But look at Vamp right now. Oh my god, what is happening? The full burst out of Deathsweep, just able to capitalize on massive bursts out of left field, left Vamp in a bit of a behind the curve position as Rosie looking to get in. Full bleeds on a Deathsweep, Darkness down to help with that periodic damage, but Rosie's just trying to go win, lock him down. Full bleeds, ram that damage, and then bail out of the initial safety. For Deathsweep, he doesn't want that. He needs to stay on top of the Feral Druid. But the Feral got some damage of his own. Full Incarnate available. Got him so hard in the wild just to tank up some of this passive damage from Deathsweep. And all he can do right now is maybe wait for a stun combo. Maybe then go in for a big go. Got himself immunity in case he needs to. Going in for hit and runs, but the big old bite does close in on him. I don't know if he had a stun coming up last second or not. But Heldrock going to be second to last left over for the team 1 with 2 more to go through him for team 2. It's going to be Rosie getting blasted right now. Heldrock got himself rapid fire, doesn't disrupting it, but that Death Shocker does plenty of damage all on its own to be able to take him out. Indy is getting immediately blasted off by a couple of arcane, I was going to say arcane missiles, but that's really but arcane shots. Stun to follow, does go for a trinket immediately. Rapid fire is going to be stunned into Heldrock, trying to see if he can maybe bail out of a trinket to follow scatter as Inu does charge in with a flanking strike, trying to get himself an aim shot to follow, maybe some damage, going in for instant cast mostly onto Inu as Heldrock got him some big defensive, trying to see if he can close the gap, disarm for a moment, does go for a turtle shell. He may need to go for some kind of a CC onto Inu. I don't know if he can get one set up or anything. Also, he's got a big old hippo that he's got to find a way to avoid if he is going to try to see if he can get a freezing trap going. The hippo does end up eating that freezing trap, and I think Inu is in a perfect spot. Just needs one good kill shot. Not enough damage. Hold on, feign death for a moment. Oh! Hold on a second. Wait a moment, hold on. That's a kill for both, right? He got 2 right? Heldrock with 2. That should count. I feel like that should count. He got... How did you live that kill shot, by the way? I saw the kill shot. How do you live that? Marksman is normally one of the squishiest classes in the game. He just straight up took a kill shot to the face and his health bar didn't move, and it sounded like he had a lot of health to give. That was wild. Alright, let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Uno más, uno más.